All right. Hey guys, we're live today. I got my buddy Ryan on, and we are going to talk about credit utilization. The reason we want to talk about credit utilization is because it really makes a big impact on your credit score. And if you guys want to thrive personally and with your business, having a high credit score matters. And we'll also give you solutions to fix this if you have these high utilization problems. So, Ryan, let me turn it over to you, bud.
Cool. All right, so this is something that I get a lot of questions on. So I actually drew out this handy dandy fancy little chart here behind us, which may be a little hard to read because my handwriting looks like a probably fourth graders.
It's
That's when I stopped going to
hieroglyphics.
school.
Yeah.
All right.
Shows.
So basically what I did was I broke it down by we've got like three different credit cards here, and then we've got a total at the bottom. And then we've got the actual card name, the limit, the balance, and then what the percentage of utilization is. All right, so the reason I broke this down is because there's a common misconception, right? The misconception is I want to hold a 30% balance on my credit cards to reflect the best actual interest rates. That's that, or the best actual credit score. That's really bad. Um, really, ideally, 3%, is probably where you want to be at as far as your usage or your utilization. Now, with that being said, there is a difference between, the limits, the balances, and the percentage of utilization on each cards. So as far as, let's say for the first one, we've got Bank of America. We've got a limit of $10,000. The balance that we carried over is $1,000, which puts our utilization at 10%. Right below that, we've got a Chase card. The limit is $5,000. We've got a balance of $5,000 basically maxed out, which is at 100%. So most people would think this would crush their scores, right? Here's the difference. You have a Citi card here, $20,000 limit, zero balance, 0%. So they don't look at each card individually. What they're going to look at is at the very sum of everything. So they're going to look at the sum of your limits, the sum of what your
Also known as the
balances are,
total.
the total, exactly. So I like some better. It sounds fancier.
Yeah.
Um, so let's just say you've got a total of $35,000 on the credit limit. You got $6,000 on your balance, which puts your overall utilization at 17%. So really, ultimately, what's going to happen is when you um, have this type of usage, it's not terrible, right? But to be better, you want to drop that down. Now,
Yep.
if your usage is higher, like 50, 60, 70, 80%, this is going to put you in a risk category for most lenders, and they're probably not going to lend to you because you're overextending yourself on credit. And that's going to be the biggest problem that we see a lot of people face. So I'd say, ideally, credit cards are there for you to lean on if you have an emergency or you need something. It's not something that you should be buying dinner on and then just carrying that balance. If you're not paying it off on a monthly basis, you're not doing good. So
Yeah. You want to pay these off at the end of every month. And one other thing I want to add to this is you're going to have a due date and you're going to have a statement date. The credit reports on that statement date, not necessarily the due date. So if the statement date is before the due date, it's going to report that you have these balances, right? And then your credit is going to have that score fixed for the next 30 days until they report again, right? So that's something you need to know and be aware of as well, because that will absolutely make a difference. Now, if you are somebody that has high utilization, okay, what happens is if you're just paying a minimum or you're paying a couple times, let's say two or three times the minimum, yeah, you're chipping away at it, but they're also compounding the interest on that. All right. And what that does is it makes it more expensive. Okay. So what you want to try to do is pay it off every month down to zero, or at least the statement balance. Because if you pay the statement balance, yeah, something's going to roll over, but you're not being charged interest until the next statement balance, right? That is super important to know. So if you are somebody that has high utilization and you want to consolidate them to boost your credit up, we can help you. Typically, what we do is we get you a term loan in 3 to 5 days. Brian and his team are the best in the business at that. That's why we work together. And by doing that, you'll have your score shoot up. Okay. And you won't have to worry about this anymore. Ryan, you got anything else on that?
you actually bring up a great point. It's funny because I have an alarm set in my phone, my calendar every day before my credit card statement, so I make sure that I get it paid off so my score doesn't fluctuate. So
Yep.
100%. It's a great point.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. Awesome. So, guys, this is going to be a quick one today because we got another call coming up. We appreciate you. I hope this helped. I hope this taught you something. I'd love if you guys would share these. All right. And if you guys need anything, we're always here for you. So, have a great one, and we will catch you on the next one. Take care.
see you guys.